Namaste ji. Today now we discuss characteristics of second house in astrology. If you like this information, please like, share this video and subscribe my channel. Characteristics of second house in astrology. Point 6. The second house is associated with our communication skills, the way we express ourselves and the tone of our voice. A strong second house indicates excellent communication and spoken word skills, while a weak second house can result in speech related challenges such as stuttering or slurring. Point 7. The second house governs the food we eat, our dietary habits, and the overall health of our mouth and teeth, as well as our smile. The position of planet in the second house can affect our eating habits, digestive system, and overall health. Eighth point. The second house represents the material possession we have acquired through our own efforts, such as cars, houses, and other assets. The position of planet in the second house can determine the nature of our acquisition and possessions. Ninth point. A benefic planet occupying second house of the Prashna Kundli will indicate an increase of family wealth and gains, as well as overall happiness. If the lord of the second house is in the Isthala with the Lagna lord of or with the moon is in conjunction or aspect of benefics, gains of money is indicated in the prashna related to the finance benefits. 10th point. If the Lagnesh of the Prashan Kundli is in Istal with this indicate gain through the Bhava house in which slower moving planet is situated. 11th point. When the moon, comma, Lagnesh and the second lord of the Prashna Kundli are in conjunction or in mutual aspect occupying the second house or a Kendra or a Trikona, then it indicates immediate gain for the acquirent. 12th point. If the second lord of Kundli is in benefic Shadvargas and the second house is related with benefics through the aspects of conjunction, that it indicates immediate and secured gains of querent. Saturn presence might indicates a more conservative approach to the finance, emphasizing discipline and long-term planning. In Vedic astrology, second house denotes the happiness acquired from family, the extent of your wealth, the quality of your speech, the facial appearance, financial prosperity, the personality attributes of close relatives, and your impressionable ear. The native shows all leaning in collecting rare and antique collectibles such as paintings, rare coins, manuscript, etc. Getting the entire house revamped and interior decorated appeals to him and he get it done as well. It tells whether the native has chances of getting food, high of getting hoodwinked with respects to valuable assets including money, painting, ornaments, jewelry, and books. It also gives an idea of whether the native would be swindled with respect to the above. Also, you could know if the native spouse and the native's life could be enlarged, whether the native get chance to go through the trauma of having his pet, loved ones injured is understood by the study of the second house. Domestic violence, lawsuits, emotional and finance blackmails, and mistreatment by spouse or lover are possibilities that we can analyze from the study of second house. This denotes a stepsister or brother born through their father. It also talks about the wife's involvement in gambling, betting, and chit fund transactions, about treaties between armies, nations, or between governments. You could get a close picture from the second house. With the help of this house, we could know if the native is going to help maintain the joint, immediate, extended family. We can also understand his bringness and the ability to take care of people outside his family here. Also, you can know about the demise of the native's maternal and paternal grandmother beforehand getting a reading done of the second house. By studying the second house, you can know if there is a financial loss for the native due to the spouse debauchery in the study of the second house. As per the indications of the second house, the native may helpful or conspiring uncles of the spouse or himself. Cordiality or discord between co-workers, partners, fellow commuters or neighbors. Any indication of pleasures enjoyed by the native at the cost of his close family and loved ones. Any indication of pleasures enjoyed by the native at the cost of his family and loved ones. The second house help you know if the native spouse, loved one, would discourage physical advances regarding physical union and deprive him of money, valuables, and wealth and problems while making important decisions. A keener study of this house will let you understand if there is a strong possibility that the native would be swindled by his spouse regarding the money, jewelry, valuables, etc. It denotes affliction related to the right side of the head, and the thyroid condition is to be assessed only after studying the 12th house associated with the second house. It symbolizes cancer of the tongue and throat and STDs. This is decided on the level of coordination between the second, seventh, sixth, and eighth house. The second house presents fact related to poverty or affluence and how it impacts the education and upbringing of the native adversely. One can refer to his house to know if the education on during childhood is fraught with troubles due to taking loans, begging, borrowing, or if the native is likely to complete his education through scholarships. If the ideas of compensating for the loss of social and financial status and reputation that is affected due to involvement in any scams has crossed your mind, then go no further than the second house to verify it. The second house reveals your finance. The second house reflects loss or gains from the paternal grandmother and maternal grandfather's side. This house can also divulges if you have caused losses or gains knowingly or unknowingly to your spouse father. The second house determines whether the native occurs loss or gains through and to his sibling cousins. One of the features of the second house is that it shows if the native is a rightful claimant to the gain of his mother, stepmother, or if he deprived of their rights, wanting to gain from your offsprings. The second house shows if you are going to gain from them rightfully or by misusing the paternal rights due to selfish intentions. It especially indicates if the native gains from his enemy competitor by compromising his values, offering favor, honoring them, or if he would withdraw from his stance. It would also explain that the native to indulge in charitable activities or refuse them outright. Questions about gaining from the lover illegally, rightfully, or through blackmail are answered in the analysis of the second house. If you want to confirm whether you will gain from your uncle or father, go not beyond the second house to assess the chances. The second house shows if the native has illegal custody of money, assets, antiques, etc. It indicates whether the native takes any undue liberty or if he tolerates the misbehavior of someone owing to anticipation of gains of any kind. It denotes matters related to anticipation of gains of any kind. It denotes matter related to poverty and squalor. It foretells if the native is unable to provide essentials for the family. It gives clarity on whether the native acquires money by violent or dishonest means or not. Characteristics of second houses in astrology. You can know if the native has lost a huge position financially to subdue an enemy or due to government action by taking a glimpse into the second house. You can see if uncertain predicaments like money assessed get jeopardized due to natural calamities. A look at the second house would help us see if the native paid hugely to avert defamation or get compensation. The second house will point out if the native will lose heavily because of large donations done in favorable of charitable organizations. It also specifies if money is lost by the native due to omission to commission to the native's siblings, children, grandchildren, and spouse relatives.